So today we're going to talk a little bit about synergy. So a lot of you are noticing that when you're looking at your Synergy account, or at least the seating chart page for a class, that some students are not there on the seating chart page. Their picture isn't there, their name isn't there, and you're like freaking out. And you're like, what? Where are these students? All right. Also, even when you look at attendance and you're trying to put that attendance in, you're realizing that student isn't even there in attendance. So right now I'm going to show you how to put that student right into your seating chart and some of the things that you should be looking for when you're going through your grade book. All right, so now we are taking a look at a seating chart in Synergy. And I've blurred out all of the names and everything to make sure that we are going by the FERPA law and make sure we're not having any students' names or even teachers' names up here as well. But what I want to do is to talk to you about how to find these little teeny tiny discrepancies within Synergy to help you locate your students, or rather the ones that are missing. So here we're taking a look at this seating chart page of this particular class. And on top of where all of your student pictures are, or their names, you'll see where it says alpha, hyphen, last, comma, first. You'll also notice that it says edit. Sometimes when you are working inside of your Synergy account, you bypass this little notice here that says there are some students who need to be seated in the chart. Now, if you don't see these students in your chart, then those students will not show up even in attendance. So then you're wondering, well, where's my attendance? I have to call the office just to get the students in here and make sure that my records are straight. So I'm going to show you exactly how to do that. Also, when you come over a little bit over here, where it says, I'm going up to the top, it says lock, sign out, and then you're coming down, you'll notice that there's a box on the opposite side of your seating chart. This box says term and whatever quarter, whatever period, whatever room number. When you take a look as well, you'll notice that there is one box for a class that is checked with a check mark, but then there's another one that is empty. That empty box, once checked, will allow students to start to appear, at least in your editing mode when you're editing your chart. So now let's go ahead and hit edit. So I'm coming all the way back over on the other side, and I'm going to hit edit. Okay, now you notice it says editing seating chart in orange. So now we're in the editing mode. This is where you can customize your page. You can find students, all sorts of things. So I'm going to show you how to do that. So first, you're going to come all the way over to the opposite side of the seating chart. And that box that was not checked first, you're going to go ahead and check that box. That means now that the students that were supposed to be in here, well, we know that's one key to finding some of those students. So you make sure that that box is checked. So let me tell you again, you're going to hit edit, come to the editing seating chart page, come over to the side to see if that box is checked. And this is what I do when I'm looking to see if everything is correct in your attendance or for your attendance. So I check to see if that box is there, and if it's not there and checked, then I immediately go ahead and I check that box. Of course, we have seating chart configurations where you can customize your seating chart, because remember, this is where you configure things. This is where you edit. So you have all of these, and you have 3 boxes that are checked automatically. Show students photos, show notification, and show birthdays. Now with student photos, some of you who are new, you're like, well, where are the students? Some of them just have a name in the box and not a photo. Well, some students are here for picture day, some are not. Some students can opt out, or parents can opt out of not having their students' picture right there, or they can opt in. And then, sometimes it takes a moment just to put all those pictures in for the seating chart. So don't be afraid of that. Don't worry about that at all. It is perfectly normal and okay. Okay, so as I scroll down, you notice there's a box that says seating chart dimensions. So if I have a lot of students, I can go ahead and I can kind of play with these seating chart dimensions here. I can kind of toggle these back and forth. All right, just so I can go ahead and have those dimensions there. Now you're asking me, Darnita, why is this important? It is important because in your room, most of you have desks lined up in a row or in some sort of fashion. Even if you were doing PE and you had your students spread out 6 feet apart just so they can do jumping jacks, you can determine what row they're in and what it looks like in the seating chart. So I'm going to go over to the seating chart real fast, and I'm just going to move a picture. Or I'm saying that I'm moving a picture, but I have blocked out everything so that you all can't see that. So you can move a picture into any kind of arrangement that you want that shows what your classroom looks like. So now you have a picture of a seating chart. Now, when I started teaching like 20 some odd years ago, and that's the truth, okay, you see some of these grays right here. We had to do this by hand. You had a piece of paper, you started, kind of writing blocks in, and you do it by hand. Here, you don't even have to do that with Synergy. You can edit your seating chart. Now let's continue on, and we're going back over to the opposite side. So underneath the box that you can toggle back and forth and kind of stretch out and rearrange to create your seating chart, you'll notice that it says unassigned students. This is pretty much the last box that you're going to see over on that side in order to do your customized networking for your class. Underneath this particular sign and box, you're going to see that you have little boxes that says sort, randomize, alpha fill, or fill randomly, okay? So underneath those boxes, wow, all your students are there, okay? All the ones that are absent, all the ones that you can't find in your seating chart, they are there. So how do you fill that in? I usually hit fill alphabetically. Once you hit fill alphabetically, you'll notice that your seating chart kind of changes. Everybody's now in alphabetical order. All the students are there. Once that happens, you then hit save. Now, after hitting save, you'll notice that by that edit sign that we first took a look at, that little notice that says there are students that need to be put inside of your seating chart, it has disappeared. So now when the students are now in your seating chart, okay, now you can find them in your attendance. So we're going to go back over that one more time just to let you know. So sometimes we're going to have that little message right beside where it says edit. Edit is in that little orange box. You might have that message there. You might not have that message there and still have kids missing, but that is okay. So you're going to hit that edit box in order to go into the editing mode of the seating chart. Once you hit that edit box, then you're going to come over here to the opposite side of your seating chart to see whether your boxes for the class have been checked. If they have not been checked, then you're going to check them, because this also allows students to appear in your Synergy down below so that you can take them, you can hit fill alphabetically, and just add them in quickly, and then you can hit save. You can also take those names and just hold on to a name and drag it across to any particular box that you like in your seating chart side, okay? So I hope I've given you everything that you need. It's a very simple process. All you do is hit edit, click the box if it does not have a check mark in it, and then go all the way down to the bottom and hit fill alphabetically, and everybody will fill in, and then you hit save.